Good evening, everybody. Welcome. It is Monday. It is horrible Monday. Oh, we all hate Mondays, but you can enjoy your Monday now because I'm here. Oh, everybody just slogs off. Yeah, we are here for I wouldn't exactly say a special one, but it's makes a change to actually do one on a Monday. But we are here for should get it all right now. We are here for the Newcastle United versus West Bromwich Albion in the Carabao Cup Round 2 preview. That's a mouthful right there as it is. Carabao Cup. We have entered the Carabao Cup. It is only the second game of the brand new season, and it is Carabao Cup time. Can we have a cup run again? Can we win this trophy again? How far can we go in this cup? Can we go all the way? Can we go as far as the final? Can we go further? Can we have a decent cup run? Basically, is all we're going to say. If you are new around here, do hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, help the channel grow, turn on notifications as well, and everything la-di-da-di-da. Before everybody buggers off to any other channels that are going live whilst I'm still live, Thursday, jump on over here around 8:30. I think I've rescheduled it for. It may be around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Still getting the confirmation on the time. But we will be doing the Spurs preview on Thursday, and I will be joined by none other than young Harry Scarf from Scarfy Spurs Talk on the channel doing the Spurs preview with me. So, come on over, join the fun, ask questions over to Harry as well, and we'll get the Newcastle and Spurs fans' reaction on that one as well. So it'd be great to have Harry on. We've done many times. We've had Harry on the channel. I've also been over on his channel as well. So I trust Harry a lot. He speaks well. He's a great content creator. And it'd be great to see him again for the first time at this season. Down below, scrolling, as you can see, you can donate to the channel, and you can also donate to my chosen charity. Links are in the description down below, as you may very well know from the last stream. Chosen charity is the PDSA, where I care for more about animals than I do over human beings. That's me personally. Want to know why I'm wearing these when it's getting dark? Is because I have major hay fever and I have been rubbing my eyes like no one's business. So I've put this on to stop me from rubbing my eyes. So don't worry about these. Supportive of the PDSA. So, if you want to donate straight to them, you can via the second link in the description below. And every single penny goes straight to the PDSA. Or if you want to donate to me, it's entirely up to you. Then the first link is right there. So you can donate to me, which helps me bring out the contents to you guys. Without further ado, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Trevor, welcome in. Hope you're well. Good evening, Jay. I have had my diabetic eye screening today, so chats will be blurry. So I'll be mostly just listening today. No worries, Trevor. That is all good. I know exactly what the how the diabetic stuff go. I mean, my nan had diabetes. My dad's got diabetes. A lot in the family have been long-term sufferers of diabetes, so I know exactly what you're going through there. That's all good. You only got to listen. I mean, who doesn't want to listen to my perfect voice, But no. Hope you're well. Who else we've got here? Wow, chats are actually coming through this time. We got Oi Lee, welcome in. Hope you're well. My minge needs washing. Well, you might as well stick it in the washing machine right now. Philip, welcome in. Hope you're well. Wacky, welcome in. Hope you're well. Hopefully we can win the League Cup again. I mean, if the Liverpool game is to go anything by, we played absolutely amazing. I was loving the way we was playing. That one-touch pass tactic that we were doing throughout that game was incredible to watch. The passion, the emotion, the feelings that Matthias Geisler was doing on the touchline, it was incredible. I mean, when have we ever seen Eddie Howe do something like that? He was incredible on the touchline. He celebrated the goals. He got very emotional during the penalty decision. I mean, he nearly enough ripped his jacket off. If anyone saw the clip of that, this is an incredible manager. I am fully behind him. He has made me completely believe in this team again. I want to see Toure start on the left. I reckon he will be starting. I reckon Toure will start. I reckon Voltemade will start as well. There'll be a little reshuffle in the side from the opening game against Liverpool. Fantastic performance from the Toon yesterday. King Kev would have been proud. I definitely would have been. He definitely would have been. I mean, that was an amazing support that was shown to him right at the start of the game with the minutes applause from both sets of fans. I mean, respect to Liverpool fans for what they did and for us, and that the banner, the flag that War Flags put out was an amazing sight to see, as well as the big worded banner as well. I mean, they never failed to impress. That was an incredible show of support for him, and I hope if King Kev was looking down, he'd be really proud of that. Tony, welcome in. Hope you're well. We were robbed. Definitely robbed. Don't know. You got pink out. Well, that was on your OnlyFans, you know. Go to the OnlyFans account. If we can keep this level of performance, we can definitely get Europe under Geisler. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, the start of the season has been quite shocking, really. Man United lost to Hull. Spurs lost. Villa got absolutely destroyed. Apart from Arsenal getting a typical result, it's not been a very good start for the bigger sides, the Cartel Six. I mean, even Liverpool were shitting themselves, and they couldn't really play much. And as I said in the Liverpool preview, you know, I had us down for a 2-1 win. Nearly happened, but they slipped up. Iraola slipped up by coming out and telling the world, you know, this team cannot play for 90 minutes. We clearly see they couldn't play for 90 minutes. We had them done. We had them beat. We should have beaten them. We should have got those 3 points. But, you know, brilliant performances. Alanga, I've always been a huge not liking him type of person, and the same with Vissa. Both of them put in an incredible shift, although Vissa could have put away a good couple of chances. But he put on a great shift. He assisted for Willock's goal. Asula assisted for Alanga's goal. Incredible pace, incredible finish. This team looks good. Harvey Barnes was our saviour for most of last season, scoring late goals. I do feel Toure should have come on at some point and replaced him. Again, I don't see why Jacob Murphy came on, but he did, to be fair to him, he did put a decent cross in that. If anybody had thrown themselves at that ball, it could have put it in and it would have been game over. But, no, I'll take the point. As long as we didn't lose, I will take that point. But keep performances like that for the rest of the season, every single game, then I don't see why we can't finish in the top 8. Just don't pull that put that whinge in the washing machine with trippers. Teddy might get pregnant. Oh, it's too late. I've already told him to put it in the washing machine. If we can get top half, it'll be a good season. I was impressed with Asula and Alanga link up. Wissa was absolutely everywhere. What a shift he put in. like I said, yeah, great. It was brilliant. He assisted Willock's goal, but a couple of occasions he could have easily have scored. But his finishing needs work. But it was great to see a much better performance. That performance that he did against Liverpool was better than every single performance he put out there last season. That's saying something. Ian, welcome in. Hope you're well. If that was under Eddie Howe when Liverpool got the first equaliser, we would have defended in our shell, possibly ending up losing the game. Yes. I think I even said, I think I did say the same during the game, that after we conceded the equaliser and went 1-1, I said that if this was Eddie Howe, we would have conceded and then given up. We would just shut up shop, given up, and probably went on to lose the game. But you know what? It took 3.5 minutes. I think it was within the 3-minute mark. We just stormed up the other end and put the ball in the back of the net again. So we showed fight. We actually threw the game at them for the entire 90 minutes, not gave up after conceding, which was great to see. We haven't seen that for a very long time. And also, it was good to see a certain little, I wouldn't say little, it was great to see a giant rat constantly be booed from the minute they kicked off. It looked to that point where he was going to end up taking that penalty at the end of the game. And I am glad that he didn't, because the absolute abuse that was being held at him, if he had stepped up for that, if he had put that ball away and then started to celebrate, I could probably see 52,000 just invading the pitch. And yeah, we won't go into welcome in. Hope you're well. I think Hornicek kicked well, made saves through, and the new right back is only going to get better and better, I think. Dedic, I mean, 24 hours after signing, had already laced up his boots and coming onto the pitch. Incredible. And he looked ready. He looked the part. He looked like he had been with us for a little while. I think I said to someone else, I can't remember who I said it to, but I said you can probably guarantee that one of the Cartel 6 or most of the Cartel 6 is going to be after Dedic by January. If he's putting in performance like that, you can probably think he's going to be going. I mean, wasn't Debussy already wanting, or Arsenal already wanting Debussy within 6 months when he joined, even though he joined Arsenal within like that one season or something like that. But yeah, if Dedic is that brilliant, you can see that the 6 are going to want him. Hopefully they won't, and hopefully we've put in like a £200 million release clause in his contract. And also great to hear that Nico Gonzalez has fees been agreed. I don't know the full confirmation of that, but it said that it's probably around about the 47 with 3 million add-on. But I'm also seeing that it could be a £52 million deal. So either way, it looks like we've definitely got Nico Gonzalez. That's great for the midfield. I do believe that we still need a striker, though. We need someone that can actually finish those chances. That's what I would personally want. And also we need if Alanga can put in those performances, then I wouldn't say we need a right winger. But we do also need a right winger, especially if we can get Jacob Murphy gone. And hopefully we can, if Everton are still interested, they can take him for a tenner. Where are we? Everybody's saying hi. Dave, welcome in. Hope you're well. I was doubtful about Stir and his age in the Prem, but I was proved wrong. He's a fantastic player. He is an incredible player. Him and Miley, you got to think about that. We had the youngest, we had the youngest team put out since Graham Souness was manager of Newcastle United. That was a very long time ago. That was our youngest squad since Graham Souness was our manager. And Stir and Miley averaged an age of 38 between them. That is an incredible young side. You got Stir 18 years old, and you got Miley 20. Incredible, bloody incredible. I thought that we may have struggled playing all the kids, but Geisler, man. Geisler is an incredible manager. I mean, Geisler's only 38. He's the same age as me. And I am really looking forward to this season. I mean, he is an incredible manager. We have an incredible new look team. We have an incredible new look tactic. It's going to be painful waiting each week for the next game. I want games to come thick and fast like this. We've got a match on Sunday, and then we got West Brom on Wednesday, and then we got Spurs on Saturday. I want to see games regular just to see this tactic being played. I want to see this this passionate manager on that touchline doing the Arteta thing and not staying inside his technical area. I want to see him on that pitch yelling at that referee. I'm really excited with this. I really am. Simple. We were robbed. Honeycheck, Stir, Dedic had fantastic debuts. They did. Barnes pretty disappointing. I thought he was. I wanted Stir to come on. I didn't think that Barnes would have played the full 90. Dedic has been in UK for 3 days or so. I was impressed. He adapted well. Well, I think you can also take in the fact that he knows Geisler's tactics. So when he came in, he pretty much had the idea of how Geisler wanted him to play, and Geisler knew exactly what he was going to do. So played him really well. How do you award a pen for that how do you award a pen for that in the 96 million after 5 minutes added on? It's bollocks. It is total bollocks. Especially when you had we had 5 minutes added on. The game ended on 99 minutes. And what was it? The previous time we played Liverpool as well. So much extra time added on after that extra time was added on. Should never have been a penalty in my opinion. Both made contact with each other's knees. Gareth Southgate has come out and said that should never have been a penalty. Roy Keane has come out and said that was never a penalty. Pundits, Gary Neville come out and said that it wasn't even a penalty. Everybody's saying that was not a penalty. The Premier League are giving the cartel everything they want again. Didn't work for Hull though, did it? So again, Liverpool getting what they want. So kind of glad we didn't get that Munoz, the cheating little fucking rat that he is. The one in Villa game was a pen, 100%. Ref said no, it's scandalous. He's at the rat was abysmal yesterday, deserved the boos from our fans. Even Geisler said, if anyone caught that when you've hurt the club that bad, you ain't going to get a warm welcome back, and that the fans made sure that they made their feelings heard to him, which put him off his game, made him have a mare of a time, and it worked in our favour, and quite rightly so. I was hoping that Malik Chow would have drop kicked him in the knee, or Joel Linton would have just come out on crutches either way, holding the crowbar and smashed him in the knees, shattering him and ending his career. But hey ho, he didn't score, so we'll leave it as that for now. We'll just have to do it at Anfield later on. Hopefully we won't lose to West Brom in the League Cup again, like we did back in 03-04 season. I was at St James's Park that night with my dad and brother. I can't really remember that one. 0304. Did we not finish in the Champions League position that year as well? I get the feeling we got into the Champions League that season, but we didn't fully qualify as we lost to Partizan Belgrade in the Champions League qualifier. I may be wrong, but I feel it was the 2004 season when that happened, because it was around about the 2000 to 2004 where we had two Champions League runs under Sir Bobby. First one, we got through to the second group stage. The second one, we lost the qualifier against Partizan Belgrade. I remember we losing Partizan Belgrade in the second, and that was met with a lot of, I wouldn't say toxicity, but it wasn't. It didn't go down well when we lost to Partizan, which should have been a team we should have beaten. Good to see everyone in the chat. I can't see who's without getting a headache. They're all bots, Trevor. They're all bots. Don't worry about it. I mean, I'm surprised you can type just by seeing all the letters being blurred. So you must know yourself around a keyboard. Joe, welcome in. Hope you're well. Murphy was pants when he came on. Gave ball away at just outside the box, then fouled and gave away a free kick. I mean, give Murphy his dues. He did put a great ball into the box. Any touch, even from a Newcastle player or a Liverpool player, would have had it in the back of the net. If we had thrown, I think it was Visser and Willock. It was Visser and Willock. If any of them had just thrown themselves at that ball, that would have definitely been in. That would have been 3-1, then game over. If we had just got that third goal, it would have been game over. Well, I'll give him his dues and say that was a great cross from him. But other than that, I don't see the point. I was effing and blinding when he was being brought on. To be fair, I was effing and blinding when Willock was brought on until Willock went and done that. He comes straight on the pitch and scores. Now it appears that Iceland does not want to see Willock leave the club, but he's still quite happy to see Murphy leave. Evening, Trevor. Joe, hope she was well. Andrew, welcome in. Hope you're well. It was a lot more controlled. No more headless chickens wasting energy, chasing shadows. It was incredible to watch. Can't wait for more. It'll be interesting to see if we can play like this away from home. That's definitely going to be one to see, but we won't find out until Saturday when we play Spurs, because we are playing West Brom at home, and we'll get through into those stats in a minute. Pete, welcome in. Hope you're well. Loving this live stream as always. Thank you very much. Hope you're well. I was hoping that he was going to do what my boys did on Saturday, miss the last-minute pen. I wish. I mean, Hornacek did dive the right way, and he nearly got a hand to it. That would have been amazing if he actually did save that on his debut. I mean, he did do a great save in the first half. I think it was against Wirtz on the volley. So he got down well and saved that. Brilliant save. His kicking, as you said, was brilliant as well. He was getting the ball long and far up the field. His throwing ability was decent. He's an all-round. He's pretty decent keeper. He just needs to have that number one on his back now. But yeah, he did dive the right way. He could have easily got a hand to that. So it won't be long until he does save a penalty. Hopefully we don't give her any more penalties away. You could see, well, after the full-time whistle blew, that Lewis Hall knew what he'd done, and it was he wasn't happy about it. He was upset. He was upset, to be fair to him. If Eddie Howe was still in charge, he would have played Byrne on crutches at left back, Hall at right back, Murphy starting as captain, and Pope in goal yesterday. It wouldn't surprise me if he did. I 03-04 season where we lost to Partizan on pens and ended up in UEFA Cup and ended up finishing 5th in the league. That's the one. Yeah, and I knew it was around. I think it was the 03-04 season when it was the second time round. Because the first time round we played Juventus, Dynamo Kiev, and Feyenoord in our group stage. We lost. We were the first, and I think we were the only team to lose our first 3, win our last 3, and still qualify for the second group stage. And we beat Juventus 1-0, Dynamo Kiev 2-1, and Feyenoord was a 3-2 with Bellamy's late goal. And then we went on to the second group stage where we played Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Bayer Leverkusen. We beat Bayer Leverkusen home and away, both on the same score of 3-1. Shearer getting a hat-trick. And we lost home and away to Barcelona. We lost at home to Inter Milan, and then we drew 2-2 at the San Siro. We didn't get out of that group. So I got good memory of that. I watched every single game of that. When we also Shay Given was conceding quite a lot of goals at that time, so we ended up dropping him. And Steve Harper played the Juventus and Dynamo Kiev game. So I remember that as well. So yeah, I do have that does work at sometimes. I do remember that season. Haven't already, hit the thumbs up. Thanks, Wacky. Julie, welcome in. Hope you're well. I have my wife typing messages. Hey, well, get her to sign up to YouTube. Get her to subscribe. Get the numbers up. Share, like, subscribe, notifications. All that stuffs. And then then you can probably untie her and let her out. But that's how it goes. 1-1, Julie, you going 1-1? You already having your 1-1 already? Wait, 1-1? Where you going? What are you going 1-1 for? Fulham have just equalised. Oh, Fulham. Oh, it's the Chelsea game tonight, isn't it? Oh, yes. Never mind. Don't bother answering that if you're already typing. I will get to the stats in a second. We're nearly there. So no comments about the wife's cooking then. Well, no, that's probably why his eyes are blurry. He probably said something about her cooking and she gave him a black eye. There she is. Lovely Julie J. Of course. Hornicek also palmed the ball off a Liverpool player's head 2 yards out. The only thing that worries me slightly going deeper into season is backup options. I think Bamba will need more time. He's going to need to what is it? He's going to need to adapt. I mean, he did make an incredible tackle if anyone actually caught it. I think it was just on the outside of our box in the second half when he came on. He did make a great tackle. He slid in, got the ball away, and then started off a little attacking run. So that I did catch that. So he has got talent. It's just that me personally, I've never heard of the kid. I have actually had to do some research on him. Watch some clips of him and find out exactly who he is. So he does have talent. He can play. It's kind of like a Sean Sturr kind of thing. He's I wouldn't actually say raw. He's unknown, but he is very talented. So he's going to take time to adapt. I can see him being a starter, but at the minute he might even start. I reckon he starts along with Toure and Voltamada against West Brom. It could be a good chance to see exactly what he's capable of doing for about 75 minutes, maybe the entire game. Will you let me know if my donation sent to you worked when you get the notification and say no, it works? Yep, definitely. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yes, I did get it, Ian. Thank you very much for that £2 super chat there from Ian. Thank you, Ian. Much appreciated. Trevor just laughing away. Clint 2-1 Clint Dempsey. Yeah, I wish. I would have thought you would have said Brian McBride there, Brian. Toure, Bamba, Shahar, Voltamada, Shah, Willock should be given a start on Wednesday. I mean, I fully agree with that. I do think it's going to be a rotated side. Fulham, as Santiago Munez said in goal. Fulham. At least the rat was shit. He was definitely shit. I enjoyed every single boo that he was receiving. I think it's amusing that both Isak and Tonali have been shite since leaving, and Bruno got injured straight away. That's called karma. Exactly. Karma is a bitch. Okay, cheers. No worries, Ian. No worries. And we are caught up. So we will jump over to the other screen and get some stats going. We are 31 minutes in and we haven't even started yet. So let's jump over and get these stats going. Here we go. Here we go. So Wednesday, the 26th of August at 7:45. Boom, there's the mouse. 7:45 in 2 days' time. Newcastle United versus West Bromwich Albion. It is going to be live on Sky. You can watch it at Sky Sports Plus app, Now TV, and Sky Sports HD. If you want to watch the game live, we will put the chat back on because otherwise I'm not going to know where we are. Where are we? Like a full ham. I don't like sharing. Depends. I mean, me personally, I do like a smoked ham. Trevor, full on hog roast. Smoked hams for me is definitely smoked. It's perfect. Yes, we are playing West Bromwich Albion in 2 days' time. I won't find out till tomorrow who the referee is going to be, so I can't really tell you who that is. We are at St James's Park. We will do the percentage right at the end. But before we get to that, let's do the insights, actually. We'll go to the insights first. The main insight is West Brom have won their last 7 matches until they face us on Wednesday. They're not going to know what hit them. Any other insights? We have Newcastle United haven't kept a clean sheet in 16 consecutive matches. We have won just when I can get my words out. We have won just 1 of 6 preseason friendlies after losing Howe, Gordon, Bruno, and Tonali. So what? And Geisler's second competitive match in charge after replacing Howe less than a month ago. Pointless insights to know. For West Brom, they have won all 7 recent matches, including a 4-1 EFL Cup win. They have scored 9 goals in their last 3 matches, winning all 3. Only one team scored in 5 of their... only one team scored in 5 of the last 10 meetings between these sides. And West Brom won twice at St James's Park in their last 8 visits. So, seems good for us. Philip, your predicted lineup. You want to see Hornacek, Shahar, Chow, Shah, Hall, Bamba, Willock, Alanga, Vissa, Toure, and Voltamada. Interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing Shahar play 60 minutes, 75 maybe. See what he can do. I mean, he's playing a championship side, so you might as well give him a good 90-minute run out. It's not exactly going to be playing a Premier League game. He didn't look too bad during pre-season, even though we did lose near enough every single game. If Eddie was manager, I'd still be nervous going into this one, but with what I saw yesterday, not worried at all. I mean, don't make me remember the Cambridge game. Oh, yeah, I've just remembered it now. Being humiliated there by losing that 1-0. It was just no. It was no. The rest of the game, yeah, right. The rest of the games in the EFL Cup are Mason's favourite Cardiff versus Norwich, Doncaster Rovers versus Middlesbrough, Barnsley versus Crewe, Blackburn versus Sheffield United, Blackpool versus Lincoln, Cambridge versus Millwall, Wacky's favourite team, Fleetwood versus Shrewsbury, Ipswich versus Leicester. That should be an interesting one. Plymouth versus Coventry, Sheffield Wednesday versus Wolves, Southampton versus West Ham. Another interesting one that should be. Stevenage versus Reading, Stoke versus Hull, Walsall versus Leyton Orient, Watford versus Peterborough, Birmingham versus Brentford, Nottingham Forest versus Leeds, Bradford versus Burnley, Newcastle versus West Brom, Tottenham versus Charlton. Interesting. Preston versus Everton, Chelsea versus Luton, and Fulham versus Wimbledon. A bunch of wombles there. Last 5 results for both sides. That Cambridge game, though, their keeper had a worldie and 2 strikers had a mare. Well, yeah, he did play. He did play pretty well. Horny checking goal gives me confidence. If cup games go to pen, was unlucky yesterday how perfect that pen was. I mean, Zhaoen isn't too bad. Would you maybe think he might get a chance in goal for a say as a cup keeper, so he can learn the ropes more? If he's protected well by his defence, that is. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Zhao and getting a little run out, maybe. Easy win for Southampton. David Moyes returning to Deepdale as Everton manager. Yes. He is indeed. Previous 5 games for both sides. Newcastle recently drew 2-2 with Liverpool. We have drew 1-1 with Strasbourg, but we also lost that on penalties, so enough said on that. We lost 2-1 to Leverkusen, we lost 3-1 to Everton, and we beat Valencia 2-1. But we saw a much better performance out of this draw than any of the others, really. Even better than the Valencia game, to be honest. For West Brom, they had beat Burnley 3-1. They beat Norwich 2-1. They beat Rotherham 4-1. They beat Peterborough 2-0, and they beat Shrewsbury 4-1. So they've only kept 1 clean sheet in their last 5 based on that. So you can pretty much guarantee they will concede. We also like to concede, but I don't really have us down to concede, to be perfectly honest. I think that we can actually breeze through this round. As long as we don't see Pope in the net, apparently, I don't know how true it is, but he's been told to train away from the first team, as we do look to try and get him offloaded before the window shuts. How true that is, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm in the know. I'm not going to say it's completely true. But all I'm hearing is that Pope has been told to train away from the first team. Especially if anyone actually saw that clip of how to pronounce every single team member's name. Pope wasn't in that video. Mark Gillespie was in that video, but Pope wasn't. I mean, make of that as you will. But Aiden Harris was even in that video. How to pronounce his name? Nick Pope was not in that video. Again, make that as you will. But yeah, West Brom have won all their 5 games, but they do concede goals. May only be 1 goal, but they do concede goals. We are definitely capable of winning at Spurs Saturday, as they were pathetic at Brentford. I watched that game. I was laughing, especially the way the gambler would give the ball to the Brentford players. Toon still have 1 more point than Spurs, Man United, Villa, and the Mackhams. Yes, they lost as well. And what struck a dagger straight through it even more was the fact that they lost. Their losing goal was their former player. So even more funny to see. Train away from the first team. Translation, new dressing gown and slipper sets being launched in the club shop. Yeah, it's going to be Mark Gillespie this time. It wouldn't surprise me if it's him with a party hat on. So we move up to the... We'll get to that bit in a second. We go to the predicted lineups. This is how FootMob have the teams predicted for the game. This may change tomorrow, but at the moment, it's predicting us to go with this side, which is basically unchanged from what faced Liverpool. We got Hornacek in goal, Dedec right back, Chow, Botman as the centre back pairing, Chow being the captain, Lewis Hall left back, Miley and Stir as the defensive midfielders, Barnes, Visser, and Alanga as the attacking midfield line with Asula up front. But we need to know more about Asula, whether he is injured or not, or if it's just a slight little knock and he'll be fine, ready for Spurs. Then for West Brom, you have O'Leary in goal, Galvez, Phillips, Campbell, and Styles as their defensive line. Excuse me. Whitwell, Malumbi, Diakite, and Price as their central midfield line that looks, with Horn-Meyer as their attacking midfielder and Morgan as their striker. That's a weird formation. That's a 4-4-1-1. I'm guessing Horn-Meyer is either the attacking midfielder or the shadow striker role. But that is an interesting formation. I mean, the only way we're going to see that is when we actually play on Wednesday, but that's interesting. For us, changes I would make, maybe have Jowan in goal. Especially if we've got the this defensive lineup. Dedic probably rest and play Shahar. Maybe rest one of these two and have maybe rest Chow or Botman and have Fabian Shaw in there. If you rest Chow, then you have Shaw in there and give him the armband maybe. Lewis Hall, I mean, we don't really have another left back, so you've got pretty much no point of... he's going to have to play regardless of anything. But I'll probably give Shahar a chance in there, maybe Jowan. Midfield, I'll probably start with Bamba and maybe Bamba and Willock. I'll probably go over that, have a full shuffle there, give those two a rest ready for Spurs. Toure instead of Barnes. Ideally, I'd keep Alanga there instead of Murphy, but I'd probably want Alanga ready for Spurs as well. So, hey, put Murphy in there, probably do a better job, maybe against the Championship side. So Murphy there, as much as I don't really agree with it. It's difficult on that one. Maybe... I'm in an RN because I think Sean Neve might get a chance as well. But I don't want to weaken the side too much. So, like, have Voltamada there, Sean Neve up top. but we don't want to weaken too much to the fact that we're saving everybody for the league. We want to at least have a cup run as well. So maybe I would keep those two in. If Asula's not fit enough, then have Voltamada up there, and then have Vista and Voltamada. And then if around the hour mark, 70-minute mark, if either of them are not doing as much or are getting too tired, then maybe bring on Sean Lee for that one. But other than that, that'll be my changes. So I'll probably have Zhao in goal, Shahar at right back, Bamba and Willock in the central midfield, Toure at left wing. Drop Asula for Voltamada just in case he's not fit enough after that knock against Liverpool. And maybe Murphy there. So it's the only ones that would probably keep their place would be Chow, Botman, Hall, and Visser. Other than that, I'd shuffle the rest. Just so we're definitely ready for Spurs, and that should be decent enough to give West Brom a run for their money, hopefully. Where are we? I think Pope would make a great hat stand as he doesn't have to move. My score prediction for Wednesday is 3-1. Interesting. Who would be your goal scorers for that? Any news on Asula? Is he injured? That's what I would like to know. We'll probably find out tomorrow after Yaisla's press conference, whether he is or not. Although we should have our injury list on here, which comes up with... Where's the injury list? It starts there. So Dan Burn, lack of fitness, doubtful. He's going to be out until around October time. So it's been reported. Tino, calf injury, no return date been put there because he has returned to on the pitch training. Joe Linton, muscle injury. He's only going to be a couple of weeks, so he'll be back for... I'm going to say Joe Linton will be back for the Bournemouth game. I don't think he'll make the Spurs one. For West Brom, Seland Hedgebo, how that dude there has got a red card. So he's suspended for this game. But other than that, Osula's not on there, so I'm guessing it was just a slight knock. But that's all the injured and suspended players for that, really. Is he even... So, yeah, he's on there. So I'm guessing he's fine. It was just a slight knock. Weather forecast is going to be around about 17 degrees. It's going to be a bit cloudy. But, I mean, no doubt it would be cloudy, especially if it being played at night, on 8 o'clock at night. Where are we? Rob Madley is ref, apparently. Well, it would be a stable hat stand with those flippers he keeps wearing when kicking. Yeah, definitely make him stand up straight. Goal scorers, Vissa, Elanga, Chow for us, Malumbi for Albion. Interesting. I mean, I'd like to see that. I really would. What we definitely do need is a set-piece taker because I'm not confident with Hall taking the corners and the free kicks. So we definitely need a set-piece taker before the window shuts. Botman looked a little uncomfortable at one point. He took a whack in the spine, but he looked like he ran it off. That was the best we saw Botman against Liverpool because he was absolutely shocking throughout pre-season. So I was actually worried when he was picked for to start. I was thinking that it might have been Chow and Shah, to be honest. But I thought Botman played well. It was a lot better than what we actually saw. So, I mean, everybody was saying how he performed in that pre-season could be the complete opposite to how we actually play during the season. And, I mean, that game proved it, really. Everybody seemed to want to turn up. Stewart can hit a free kick. I mean, if he can hit a free kick, then he should be on set pieces, in all honesty. I mean, he's playing really well, and what a great talent that we've picked up there. So we move on to head-to-heads. As you can see, we have played West Brom 17 times. We have won 7 times. We have lost 5 times. And we have drawn 5 times. The last time we played West Brom was in the Premier League on the 7th of March 2021. Ended in a 0-0 draw down at the Hawthorns. Previous to that was December 2020. We beat West Brom 2-1. Before then, we beat West Brom 3-2 in the FA Cup. We then lost to West Brom 1-0, drew 2-2, beat them 1-0. I mean, if anything, it's pretty close games between the two of us. We've not actually had a clear win against them since, I don't know, when was it? 2-0 back in 2014. Have there been any 3-1 back in 2012? Yeah, we've not had a clear win against them, so it could actually end up being a tight game. Botman had a good solid game after his woeful preseason. He did. I thought he played very well. I mean, both him and Chow were slow off the mark. They took their time getting into the game, but Botman and Chow eventually grew into it, made some good tackles, good defensive work, and it was finally good to see our defense work for once and actually throw their bodies on the line. Rob, welcome in. Hope you're well. So yeah, it's decent. It's decent. I'm confident, even though the games have been tight. But we'll move on to who will win. As always, I'm going to go for Newcastle, being a Newcastle supporter. So as it stands right now, no one's really bothered to vote on it. 7,979 people so far have voted on this, including myself just now. That will obviously go up tomorrow and a little bit more on match day until roughly around about an hour before kickoff, when the entire voting thing will close. As it stands right at this moment, 17% of those 8,000 voters have gone for a West Brom win. 18% has gone for a draw, even though it can't end on a draw. I think, yeah, Carabao Cup, if you draw, it goes straight to penalties. I don't think there's extra time anymore for the Carabao Cup. So that'll be draw straight to pens. So I don't see why the draw should be even be there for this one. But out of the 8,000 people that have voted so far, 65% have gone for a Newcastle United win. And I believe that it really is going to be a Newcastle United win. Evening, Rob. Hey, Wacky. Catch up here. You got banned from PD stream. Why have you been banned from PD stream? What have you been saying, Rob? Evening, Rob. Rob, good evening. What for? Yeah, I'm quite into. Message me, Rob. I'll just put that in there. Because his users were being harsh towards my team Liverpool and spouting crap about my manager, saying he has complained about Newcastle fans calling Isaac a rat, which isn't true. And I got banned. Who actually banned you? Was it one of the mods, or was it actually Pete himself? Wait, because his users? Oh, you mean his viewers were being harsh towards my team and sprouting crap about manager, saying he has complained about Newcastle fans calling Isaac a rat, which isn't true, and I got banned. I think it was Magpie Mid-Mog. Mag 50, Dave? That's the only one I really know, really, to be honest. I don't think that's worthy of a ban. That's quite. I mean, that's harsh. I mean, you're a Liverpool fan. You're voicing your own opinions, and like I always say, that's why I really don't bother having mods, because everyone's entitled to their opinions. If you don't like their opinions, just accept it and move on. But yeah, I mean, mods shouldn't really just ban opposition. What's the word? Opposition's opinions on what gets said. I mean, you've got a right, as well as it's like if you had a Liverpool channel and we come on and started spouting what we needed to say. I mean, this is our opinions. You can't actually like say, oh yeah, you can't have an opinion. So, yeah, that's an odd one. I mean, everyone's everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's why I don't bother having Rob's. Fucking hell, Rob. I don't I don't bother having mods, because everybody has an opinion. I mean, if you're gonna like end up like being like abusive in terms of your opinion, then yeah, I will just say to you, like, just naff off. But other than that, everyone's got a right to their opinion. So you're safe here. Liverpool shit. You're safe here. Now I've lost where we are. Where are we? I think mag mod. Don't think that's worthy. Oh no, don't think that's worthy of a ban. That's harsh. Wasn't me. I've been here all night. Yeah, definitely wasn't Trevor, because he's got black eyes from the missus after saying that our roast taters were burnt. Wasn't Julie. One of his users called Emma was being harsh. And all I said to her was, shut up, that's all. Sprouting false claim. Wasn't me either. I've been here. Great preview. Take it. No worries, Philip. You take care as well. I'm here and there and everywhere. Julie's everywhere. I mean, you've even got to look out your window and she's lurking out there. She's quite the stalker there, old Julie. Anyway, I am subbed. I don't want to support a toxic community. No offense. I mean, we're all toxic here, Rob. So you ain't got you ain't got to worry about that. Like I said, I mean, it's that's why I don't bother having mods, because if I say everyone's entitled to their opinion, and if like a mod just gets rid of someone because they had an opinion, I'd end up getting rid of the mod, because I've said everyone's entitled to their opinion. Everyone's entitled. Everyone's like, what is the word I'm looking for? Everyone's free to come on and voice their opinion. I ain't gonna tell someone to naff off without having a valid reason. But yeah, don't want to support toxic channel in the I would get banned straight away. Woman of many talents. FPL, yes, your fantasy Premier League winner as well. Yes, indeed she is. Hopefully, you should have just ignored the chat. I mean, yeah, but yeah, again, still, if you're gonna slag off the team, you're obviously gonna voice your opinion. I mean, no doubt you would have even voiced your opinion against that, Ian, if it was said against Newcastle or even against Celtic. I mean, Celtic are shit still, really. I support Rangers, but yeah, but no, St Mirren, up the Mirren. Only time I'd ban someone is if they are being a complete twat or being abusive to someone, but it would be a timeout, not a ban. Exactly, you could have just timed out, not exactly banned. They'd like give you like a 10-minute timeout just to cool down. Ian's right. I only ever used the ban hammer. Only use the I only use the ban hammer if something really terrible Good job I'm not a mod on here. I'd have banned Jay for getting pink eye. Nah, I would have banned you for being a fake Millwall fan. I banned someone who was on Pete's channel for threatening me with violence, and that's definitely worth a ban. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they're threatening you with violence, then obviously, yeah, that's perfect grounds, and then you've got like evidence, if not to have them completely reported. I'm only going to support you as I've known you for quite a while. Yeah, just a little while. I mean, what? Coming up to about, I don't know, what is it? 4, 5, maybe 6 years. No, I wouldn't say 6, about 5 years, 4 or 5 years now. Even Mac. Oh no! Oh, even Mackham's. Eesh. Oh, you're treading on thin ice there, Julie. I might have to ban you for that. How's the stream going anyway? Yeah, it's all going good. Going good. Got the first ever donation from the amazing Will. Where's Will come from? From the amazing Ian. There. So that's brilliant. I mean, we've had our first ever donation on the channel. We've had our first ever donation to the charity as well on the channel, which ended up surpassing the target. So I had to bump that up even more. So yeah, it's going good. It's going good. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. Laughing at Julie. Trevor is completely shocked, or should I say Trevor's missus is completely shocked because she's the one typing out for him. Roughly that. Jesus had to deal with you for that amount of time. I know. When I made you choke on your tea for that first time we ever streamed. Yeah, making level 7 choke on his nuts. And I mean when he actually had his mouth full of peanuts and he he choked on them. Yeah, so yeah, 65% going for a Newcastle United win, 17% going for West Brom win, 18% going for the draw, which the draw is absolutely pointless because it's going to end up going to penalties, and whoever wins on penalties basically goes on the other side. So that is all of that. Again, we are being shown live on Sky Sports, so Sky Sports Plus app, Now TV, which also, in partnership with Sky, blah, blah, blah. And Sky Sports HD. That is where you're going to see the game live. As you can see, it's on the screen now. So you know that. Ha 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 ha, Lou. Yeah, remember that moment. And Dan also remembers that. I mean, I remember that. It was when Dave was using his inhaler, and it was whistling. It was sounding like a harmonica, and I've got that on my other channel on the Sinclair Award. He was using that as a as a harmonica, and I said something, and I made Rob just completely lose it. He just, I killed him on stream. I pretty much killed him on stream, and he had to turn the camera off because he just nearly absolutely threw up. Ian, you're going to go for a 3-1 Toon win. Phillips also going for a 3-1 Toon win. Drop your predictions in the chat. We will go over to... Boom. We'll go back over to the other screen. God, it's getting dark now, isn't it? I haven't got the light on. Okay, never mind. So my prediction. Oh, hello. We've got a new person in the chat. SPO95, welcome in. I hope you are well. Greetings. Enjoy it with Nico Gonzalez. Enzo Maresca is... I'm guessing that's a fucking imposter from Chelsea. I'm seeing a lot of Manchester City fans. I did actually see one. Well, I wouldn't say a load of Manchester City fans. I was seeing one Manchester City fan saying that he's going to boss the league. They wish him well. They've told him to move on. They thought that he was going to be amazing for Manchester City, and that he hopes he does really well under new management in a new style. That he's going to be a key player, and yes, he will be a key player for us. And we will definitely look after Nico for you, and you're getting exactly. I believe you're getting exactly what you paid for him back as well. I think you paid 50 mil for him, and we've agreed a 47 with 3 million add-on for him. So, yeah, we'll look after him. He will be a key player. He will be in the starting lineup every single game. If slow, Man City's manager won't sack the blue imposter. He will sell Haaland soon. Damn it, I am burning. I mean, I actually kind of wanted Maresca at Newcastle before, just before Howe walked out, shall we say? During that 3-week period before the final few games of the season running, I actually said, Maresca's still available. Let's go and get him. But it seems that you guys are not sold on him. But I think he's a decent manager. But if you guys have obviously got more with him, so even though he worked underneath Pep, so did the other coaches. I mean, only Arteta's really finally decided to bloom into something, even though he's still got a head of a Lego person. But Rub's going to go with a 5-1 win. Wow, okay. I mean, we're showing some decent. Well, we're playing some decent football right now, but 5-1. Okay, I'll go with that. I'm happy with that. Julie, you're going to go with a 4-1 win. Dan's going to go with a 4-0 win. Should beat West Brom. We should. I mean, we've got the players. They play an interesting lineup though. West Brom with a 4-4-1-1 formation. So I'm guessing. I want to say it's a shadow striker, but not exactly a attacking midfielder. Hopefully, City don't insert a buyback clause on him. I mean, for once, we can actually say that we've got a statement signing through the door if everything is fully agreed and done and dusted for Nico Gonzalez. I mean, he'll be the first name on the team sheet week in, week out now. He is an incredible young player. City offloaded Rodri, I can never pronounce his name, Reinders, Gonzalez, and talk of Savinho going as well. That's mental. I think it's Savinho and Marmoush both going to Spurs. I wouldn't have minded having Marmoush, to be quite honest, and then that would have stopped him from constantly scoring fucking hat-tricks against us. I'm sure Haaland has worked with Yaisler before at Salzburg, sorry. Same with Szoboszlai or Slobozlai, or however you want to fucking pronounce his name. I can never say his name properly. Savino had only 1+2 at 24 games. I'm happy to get 85 million euros for him, but rest sellings is shit, damn it. You lucky magpies, enjoy with gift from Dumb Enzo Maresca Imposto. He sold gem for you by cheap price. I mean, it's just. I mean, I think I was having this discussion earlier with most of the lads in the group chat that I can't remember the last time we actually signed a Manchester City player. My mind went back to Antoine Sibierski, like a very, very long time ago. He was a pretty decent player. Definitely liked to score with his head. Kind of reminded me of like a Shearer type player, especially with the way he headed finishes. But then I remember Joey Barton, and at one point we had Stephen Ireland on loan, but that didn't really work out well. But I'm trying to think that if we actually did sign any other Manchester City players before then, but I can't seem to. Apart from Alfie Harrison, but he never really made any first team appearances. So if you can remember any other first team players that actually had like first team football with us from Manchester City, let me know. But all I can think of is Antoine Sibierski, Joey Barton, and Stephen Ireland. most recent. If there's anyone more recent than that, then obviously I'd like to know that. But other than that, I cannot think of any others. So it's actually quite nice to actually hear that we're actually gonna get a Manchester City type player. Marmoush looked like a goal threat at the times I've seen him play. Yeah, I mean, you only got to watch him play against us, and he's always banging it in. Marmoush, as a player, I wouldn't have minded having. We do need a striker. We do need someone that can actually finish and put the ball in the back of the net. I mean, we've got Vissa, absolutely honking last season. Like I said earlier in the stream, he the way he performed against Liverpool was far better than what he played for the entirety of last season for us. The same with Elanga, really. I mean, he had his spells of turning up once every quarter of the season. Scored the 2 goals against Barcelona. Scored his first goal against Manchester City in the loss in the cup match. But other than that, Elanga was not really anything special. But again, against Liverpool, he put in a much better performance. The speed that he has is frightening. He has got blistering speed, and he took his goal really well against Liverpool. But we do actually need a proper finisher. Hopefully, we can try and get something done before the window shuts. Where are we? Haaland going to save a fortune on shampoo. I mean, I was quite shocked when he. I didn't know whether it was AI or not until I actually saw him walk out onto the pitch to know that he actually has cut his hair. I mean, I was quite shocked on that one. With those savings, he could feed the whole city. You're lucky the bald idiot sold Omar Mamouche to Spurs. He was best weapon versus you. He was. I will admit that. I will 100% agree with you. Every time you played us and you played Mamouche, he would grab a goal. He was like a kryptonite to us. He would always grab a goal. That's why I wanted to sign him so that he could stop scoring against us. I will give you that he is an incredible player. Rico Lewis going to play instead Haaland if Haaland gets injured. Did Rico Lewis have secret privileges? I mean, Rico Lewis isn't really a striker though, is he? So that's it. I'm guessing that you are not a fan of Maresca at all. Is there any other one that you would have liked to have seen replace Pep at City? Crazy to think how a manager change can make or break players, and a club shows how important having the right person in place. I mean, yeah, you got Alonso at Chelsea. I think Alonso won't do well at Chelsea, to be perfectly honest. You got Carrick at Man United. I don't see him lasting till Christmas. I think he'll be gone by then. You got De Zerbi at Spurs. If the first game is anything to go by, then I don't see him lasting very long now. And Spurs having another 17th place finish. You got Maresca at City. I mean, I still think they're going to be in and around the top 4. I think I did actually put them down to win the league, but Maresca's. Well, I did put them in the top 3 anyway. I think everybody's actually come to that conclusion as well. SBO. Enzo Maresca is the Pep Guardiola of Team U. He's harming Man City more than giving good results. I think I'm not sure really. I mean, I think Enzo Maresca is a decent manager. He did well at Leicester. He done okay at Chelsea until we had that falling out. At Man City, though, I mean, will he be able to do a job or not? I mean, time will tell. He's got a lot to live up to. I mean, you got Pep Guardiola, you got Roberto Mancini, you got what's his name, Pellegrini to also, live up to the managers that have won titles for you. So can he win the Premier League? I say if he doesn't win a single trophy, then he might not last the season. If you don't have a good cup run, win the Premier League or win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, then I probably won't see him lasting long in the job. It seems that you won't. You are how Newcastle United won't even try to get Amar Mamouche. We was linked with him. I think the price tag was a little what we wasn't going to prepare to pay. But, I would have still had him, even though we're paying pretty much the exact same amount for Nico Gonzalez. But I think it's because Nico is more younger, 24, and Mamouche is 28. But yeah, I would have still had him as a much more experienced striker. Could be worse. You could be a West Ham fan for the part. I mean, yeah, it could be worse. You could be like Wacky and a West Ham fan. I mean, going down and losing to Charlton on your opening game of the season and then missing a penalty, and it just went all tits up, all tits up for West Ham. I had Arsenal first, Liverpool second, City third after yesterday. And seeing Liverpool, I might swap City and Paul around. Not many of those, not many West Ham fans, or not anymore after that result. I'd say same as Arteta. If they miss out on everything, he'll get sacked. The entitled fans would demand it, and he would end up at City. You could probably see Arteta probably going to City at some point. I mean, he'd want to. Pep might even influence that. Even though Arteta did play for Arsenal, I mean, he played for Rangers as well. He played for Everton, but he also played for Arsenal. But maybe down the line, you could probably see him play in the well, not exactly play. You could see him maybe taking over the reins at City one day. Enzo Maresca wants play at Conference League at next season is what he's selling all Man City play. Just the Conference League? No. I mean, you guys are strong enough to be in the Champions League. You're strong enough to be up to the what is it? You're strong enough to be at the Champions League final. You're strong enough to be into it, well, at least in the top 16 or top 8 even. Man City is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, especially under Pep. I'm not saying Maresca's going to repeat that or be as worse as that. I mean, Maresca is, like I said, Maresca is decent, but I don't think that it could be the right move for City. But then again, I do struggle to see what other manager would actually do the job at City to even come close to what Pep done for you. Rob, that Emma is a fake Toon fan. She's supposed to be a Liverpool fan. So even though Rob's a Liverpool fan, he got. I'm not exactly going to say abused. He got slated by another Liverpool fan. There's 3 of us, myself, Julie, and Danny Dyer. Hey, don't forget me. We're all the London crew down here. We're all the London crew. I'm not taking a piss. She's even admitted it. I mean, then why? When Pep was City manager and they played Arsenal, it was like watching City play City. Rodri is one of 7 players to 100% complete football. Kaka, Usman Dembele, not count because Kaka never had Copa America with Brazil and Dembele never won the Euros with France. True. Very true. But whilst we're on that, I will give you my prediction. Now we've had everyone else's predictions. Everyone's pretty much going for a win for tomorrow. So, boom, there you go with my prediction. I am going to go for a 3-0 Newcastle United win over West Brom. Goal scorers depends on who's being named. Like I said at the start, I do expect a complete shuffle of the side. I want to say, it's a difficult one. Let's say Voltemada plays, Voltemada scores. I'm also going to say, do you know what? I'm going to say Voltemada gets 2. Voltemada gets 2 goals, and Alaji Bamba grabs the 3rd goal. In any order, I don't care who scores which, where, when, but I'm going to say 1 goal gets scored by Alaji Bamba, and the other 2 get scored by Voltemada. Yes, SBO, this is for the Carabao Cup game on Wednesday as we play West Brom in the 2nd round. And then on Thursday, we'll be live again with Harry from Scarfy Spurs Talk for the preview of our Spurs game on Saturday. So at the minute, we're just doing we're pretty much about to wrap up for the Carabao Cup preview. Where else are we? Emma from TTI. I think the Emma that recently comes on the on Pete's channel over Friday night. Yep, she's even admitted to admitted it on one of the fan forums. London crew. Yeah, why not? We're all Londoners. Well, I think Wacky, you're north, east London, north or east, one of them. Julie, I cannot remember what side she's from. But then you got me, southeast. Raymond, welcome in. Hope you're well. Hi, Trevor. How are you? Matthias Fernandez, Pardo. Nico Gonzalez, 90 million double deal and medical and unofficially announced and unveiled as Newcastle player today. Pardo has been rejected, actually. The 40-odd million euros bid that put in has actually been rejected, so that's not happening at all. And according to others, Pardo's not really all that really, but Nico Gonzalez, I'm happy. I'll be happy with really good statement signing. Yes, it's for Wednesday's game. I agree. 3-0. Big Nick, Murphy, and Pivas are my goal scorers. Pivas is currently, well, I wouldn't say currently. That's probably over by now. That was a 7 o'clock. So yeah, it was a 7 o'clock kickoff for the under 23s, under 21s played tonight. Pivas played in that game, so be lucky to see him play for Wednesday. Matt, welcome in. Hope you're well. Voltemada getting a brace could be a huge confident boost for him. Hope you're right. I mean, yeah, I like to see it. Like I said, I think it's going to be a complete rotated side. So I'm going to say Voltemada scores 2. And Alaji Bamba grabs 1, and we win that game 3-0. I'm definitely going to go for a 3-0 win on that one. Go through to the next round. Not sure when the draw is for the next round, so I might put out a short for that when we find out who we are. I'm not going to do a live for the draw. It's just going to be pointless, really. It's going to be high and be the first number drawn out of the pot, and we're like, oh well, that's the stream over within like 3 minutes. Newcastle versus West Brom. Win for Newcastle. Right. Yes, definitely. It's definitely going to be a Newcastle win. I can't see us getting done over by West Brom. I think Pardo bid got rejected. It did get rejected. Yeah, I've seen it. It's definitely been rejected. 40 odd million euros, I think it was. So I think it worked out to about 37.2 million pounds, something along that region, and they just instantly rejected that. I think they're holding out for roughly around 45 million pounds in all for him, but from what I'm hearing, he's not really worth it. Plus, he was shit in the World Cup as well. Then can I be in band or in timed? You mean unbanned, Rob? It depends on. You're gonna have to find out. You're gonna have to get Pete to unban you. Cause I think the channel host is the only one that can really unban you. Newcastle will have easy feast, but be careful because Grimsby Town from League One had knocked out Manchester United. Yeah, they did at the Carabao Cup. I watched that game. That penalty shootout was hilarious. And if we go a good few seasons back, I mean, a very weak Leeds side. I think when they were in League One, I think they were in League One. I'm not entirely sure. They might have been Championship, but I got that feeling that they were League One. They still had Jermaine Beckford as their striker, and it was Leeds versus Man United in the FA Cup, and Leeds hammered them 4-0. That was absolutely hilarious. Loved that game. But yeah, we do have to be careful. I mean, we lost to Cambridge a few years ago, and we've never forgotten that. As much as I want to forget that, we have never forgotten that, and that was a horrible, horrible game to watch. And then didn't we lose to Sheffield Wednesday 2-1 as well? Like the season after, that was also horrible to watch. So yeah, we can't take the lower league teams lightly. Like they always say, it's the passion of the cup. Anything can happen in the cup. Giant killings are always going to happen. I mean, you can even go back to as far as saying when Bradford done Chelsea 4-2 in. I mean, anything can happen in the cup. So always show your opponents the respect that they deserve and field a strong team. Because if you put out a weak side, you're going to get done over because they will field that strong side and they will come at you. And during pre-season, we did lose, unfortunately, you have to say it, but we did lose 4-1 to Bristol City, which is not very nice. Northwest, Julie's West. Okay, so you got Northwest, Julie's West, I'm Southeast. We just need someone East now. Nico Gonzalez going to play versus... I don't think so. I think we'll get him in, depending on when his medical's booked and when we can actually get him announced. I think he'll be trained up, ready for Spurs. I don't think he'll make the West Brom game, to be perfectly honest. As much as I'd like him to play and be signed by then, I think that he'll be ready for Spurs. I've got that feeling that it's going to be like it's really difficult. He's going to be a starter. He's definitely going to be a starter no matter what. But it's currently, who do we drop? I don't want to drop Sean Sturr. I think he's incredible. But I also don't want to drop Lewis Miley because he's also incredible. But Nico Gonzalez has to be in that team. Can he play in the attacking midfield role? Because otherwise, we can have Wisser up top with Gonzalez right behind him. We could do it that way, and then have Sturr and Miley still in the defensive midfield role. It's going to be interesting to see how Eisler uses him, but Gonzalez is definitely going to be a statement signing, and he's going to be straight in that lineup no matter what. It's going to be interesting to see who gets dropped or where exactly he's played. You can't be untimed out, but you can be unbanned. Yeah, the timeout, you'll be automatically untimed out as soon as that time runs out. But unbanned, I think I'm not. I think it's the host that is the only one that can unban you. I wouldn't know because I can't bother to have mods. And like I said earlier, everybody's got a right to their opinion. The only way I'm going to ban you is if you get, completely abusive to either myself or to other chatters. I'd be like to either calm down or you will get the boot. But other than that, that's why I don't bother having mods. If you get another striker, you could push Asula right wing. I mean, he has done well at right wing. The goal against Man United, my personal goal of the season last season was that goal against Man United. What Asula done? I mean, any goal against Man United is the best goal. I fucking hate Man United. I hate Man United as much as I hate Sunderland. So, the goal Asula done against Man United was my goal of the season. He cut in from the right. The 2 goals he scored against Bromley in the, I want to say FA Cup, both cut in from the right. He does tend to cut in from the right and do well from the right-hand side. So I think adapting him into a right winger would be an ideal place to have him put in. But then we're going to need another striker because that's going to leave us down a striker. We'll only have Voltemada and we'll only have Visser, so we still need a goal scorer. No, not signed yet. I'm not sure when he's going to have his medical, but I feel he'll be signed and announced by before the weekend. I think that one's going to be hopefully certain. So we could have him starting against Spurs. But as for West Brom, I can't see him starting against West Brom, to be perfectly honest. Love it to happen, but I can't see it happening. I don't even know how long I've been timed out for. It doesn't say. As if you have been timed out. I don't know. Is there any way of seeing if, or any other mods that are in this chat that are in that way are also in Pete's stream that are able to find out if he's been timed out or been banned or whatever? Yeah, like I said, Raymond Pardo has been rejected. He isn't coming. Why Enzo Maresca keep benching Cherky? Cherky is an amazing player. I remember before you guys signed him, we could have had him that summer for, I think it was around 16 million. We've all said that he is an incredible player. He really is. I will say you have an amazing player in Cherky. Eddie Howe didn't want him. Apparently it was his attitude that Eddie Howe didn't like him. We could have had Rayan from at Bournemouth, who now currently at Bournemouth. Again, Eddie Howe says it was his attitude. So we had to. Well, we brought in shit. All right, to be honest, we brought in shit. I'll say that as a Newcastle fan. We brought in absolute wank. But now we've got Eisler. We're bringing in top player. Dedic. I mean, Dedic is Eisler's first legit signing. Gonzalez, I'll say, is Eisler's legit signing as well. Anyone from Dedic onwards is going to be a Eisler signing. Bamba, I think that's more of Ross Wilson. Stur, Ross Wilson. Hornicek, I don't know. I think that might have been maybe a Eisler type of signing. Because I know that Howard definitely wouldn't have wanted him. Zhaowen, I think that's a Ross Wilson signing. Am I missing anyone else? I don't know what. Toure, I feel that that's a Ross Wilson signing as well. So I think it's just Dedic, maybe Hornicek and Nico Gonzalez would be Eisler signings. So it's good to actually see some mainly non-Premier League proven players come in. But then we now have a statement proven Premier League player come in the form of Nico Gonzalez. But yeah, Ryan Shirky, I think he should be a regular starter. He is an incredible player. I don't know about his attitude. I've not really watched as many Manchester City games, but the games that I have seen, he passes well, he runs well, he gets into space, he takes his shots well, quite accurate on his shots. He's a goal scorer. He's a threat. So, and you know, I'd be considering starting him. I think he'll play versus Spurs at the weekend. Never seen you timed out. You will just have to go on tomorrow and see if you can get in the chat. Cherky is a decent player. It's TTR. What's TTR? Have I missed something? I'm lost here. Crazy Dog, welcome in. Hope you're well. 30 minutes, I think. We wish we had Grimsby. They had decent fish and chips. What do West Brom have? What do West Brom have? I don't know what West Brom have. I can't even remember their baggies. That's it. The baggies. Just bag. When you ever say, but I think baggy pipes. You know, bagpipes. But they're not really Scottish. So sod knows. Beckford, damn, that's a name I've not heard. I know. I remember it was the Leeds side that had Jermaine Beckford as in their side when Jermaine Beckford was just smashing goals in for fun for Leeds. I can't remember if they were in League One or they were in the Championship when they played Manchester United in the FA Cup and Leeds smashed them 4-0. That was perfect game, absolute perfect. Loved every minute of it. I just love watching Man United lose. I watched the whole game with a huge smile on my face as Hull scored 2 goals, and seeing that fake Man United fan absolutely cry. You know, that the fake Man United fan who's really a Nottingham Forest fan, that being Goldbridge. Everybody knows he's a Nottingham Forest fan. He slips up so many times by saying Nottingham Forest instead of Man United. He is a Nottingham Forest fan. Sheep, I think. You have to behave and not be abusive to others, then you won't get timed out or banned. Same goes for the other people that are saying the same thing back. So, you know, it can't just work one way. It has to work both ways as well. Even if it's a Toon fan on a Toon channel that starts hurling abuse, you have to tell them to calm down or face the timeout. Again, going back to what I said, that's why I don't have mods, because for me, everyone's got a right to their opinion. If it gets out of hand, I will tell you it's getting out of hand. So you either like calm down or I'm just going to get rid of you. And pretty much if I get rid of you, you ain't coming back. Only Erling Haaland and Ruben Diaz is last. Only Erling Haaland and Ruben Diaz is two last players from Champions League 2023 winning team. I mean, the same thing for us, really. If you go back to our Champions League game against PSG when we beat them 4-1, about 3-4 seasons ago, we pretty much don't have that entire starting 11 anymore. We have about, I can't remember what it was, about 3 or 4 left of that team. It's crazy what a couple of years can do, and we've lost most of that team. We've lost the key players. Yeah, okay, I'll say the key players that helped us win the Carabao Cup for the first time in 70 years. They're gone. Gordon, the Gambler, a.k.a. Tonali, the Snake, a.k.a. number 39, that went to Arsenal. Can't name any others. Who else went? Just those three. Just those three. Well, I'm not going to throw any hate on Gordon. He gave everything, and he went to Barcelona. Fine, and that all went through smoothly. The other two, in other words, can just absolutely naff off. And the rat that now plays for Liverpool, sorry, Rob, but the rat that now plays for Liverpool is, I'm glad we gave him a horrible reception, and I'm glad that we put him off of his game. It's the hate for him is pretty much as it is for the way Bruno acted when he wanted to go. But in the tiniest sliver bit of respect to the snake now, at least he didn't go on strike, unlike the rat that now plays for Liverpool. Again, sorry, Rob, but he's an absolute rat, and it wouldn't surprise me if he was to do that for Liverpool. If, say, Man United, I wish, if Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, or any other elite European side were to come in for him, it wouldn't surprise me if he was to do the exact same thing for you that he did for us. Well, that user was spouting false claims. Yeah, like I said, it works both ways. So if you're firing abuse there, then you calm down. If they're firing abuse at you, then they need to calm down. So again, it works both ways. So you got to tell them all to calm down in the chat. Otherwise, everyone gets a timeout. Ignore them. Yeah, agree, Ian. And you again, even if the mods are in here, just tell them to also stop winding up. I mean, you got to find a way to not let them carry on. Yes, it's a Newcastle channel, but there's got to be a limit to what they can be allowed to abuse the throw and all that. We'll do next time, but won't be going back there. Didn't realise this was still going. I mean, yeah, you're missing all the fun. I mean, we got everyone. We got parties. I mean, right? Oh, this is so mirrored. Right down there, you see that guy there? Yeah, he farted. He farted on that person right there. It was fun. You should have seen it. You'd have to rewind it and watch the entire show back again just to watch how he did that. Sinclair is west low. Do you think we will stay with the same formation in Cup game? It worked. I mean, I've always said I loved the Pardew 4-3-3. Pardew knew how to play that 4-3-3 for me personally. So Pardew's 4-3-3 was much better than Eddie Howe's 4-3-3 in my personal opinion. I do like the 4-3-3 when it's used properly. But what I saw against Liverpool, that 4-2-3-1 formation, the one-touch pass tactic, that was really enjoyable to watch. It wouldn't surprise me if we stuck to that. Maybe even see a 4-4-2 type of formation, seeing two strikers together. I mean, we did see the two strikers together in Visser and Osula. But if they're playing side by side, it could be different. Could be different. You should do a Friday show, but instead of food picks, do arse picks. I mean, I wouldn't get the views on a Friday night. Have you seen the sub count I've got at the minute? I've only got like 139 last time I checked. If I had a good couple of K, then maybe, but I have not the amount of viewers to do a Friday show with everyone else doing Friday shows. I would never get as many views. I'm lucky to actually be in double figures as it is, so that's a positive thing at the minute. I banned someone for a week. It told me how long the ban was in seconds. In seconds, my God! I don't even want to know what it was in seconds. No mods in the chat can unban someone. No mods in the chat can unban someone. I'm lost on that one. No mods in the chat can unban someone, Jay. I'm lost. I mean, can I unban someone if there's no mod? Yeah, I can unban someone if they're mods, because in my channel, if I ban someone, I can unban. But just to like be on the point that if it gets to the point where I think you're being way out of hand, and if I don't, I will either time you out. But then if it gets beyond that after that timeout, then if I ban you, you won't be coming back. You definitely won't be coming back. I will ban you permanently, and that will never unban unless you give me about £1 million. Then I may unban you. I think Geisler will change it to suit both before and in game. I mean, with Geisler, at least he's going to have a plan A and a plan B. What happened on Pete's channel tonight? Well, Liverpool fan got banned on Pete's channel because, confrontation between both sides. Oh, I need a drink. Confrontation between both sides. But, like I said, both sides need to calm down. You can't just ban one and not ban another for encouraging it. It's a timeout. Can we have a big shout out to Trevor's missus doing all the typing while he dictates what he wants to say? That Sarah Proper misses that. Actually, it's definitely it's actually Trevor's missus that's actually watching the show. She's typing, she's doing the show. I mean, Trevor's actually out in the kitchen. He's got 2 black eyes. He's doing the dishes, trying to, with his blurry eyes after the 2 black eyes. He's got a bag of frozen peas strapped around his head to try and bring out the bruising. She has absolutely whacked him with a rolling pin. She's holding a cast iron griddle pan, so the minute he opens his mouth again, she's going to belt him across the head. His missus is lethal. She could, chop. Yeah. So Trevor's out in the kitchen washing the dishes. SBO, do you remember League One playoff at 98-99 season when Man City beat Gillingham on penalties? That game changed the whole history of Man City. More important than Rodri goal versus Inter Milan. 98-99. No, to be honest. No, I don't think I do, to be perfectly honest with you. I grew up during the Sir Bobby Robson era, so that was roughly around that time, 98 into the 2000s, was when I started becoming a Newcastle United fan. So I don't really remember that at all, but it would be, I'll have to look that up as well. So just to check it out. I'd have loved Cherky at the Toon. Not going to lie. I mean, so would I. I mean, seeing the clips of him and actually seeing him play, and unfortunately scoring against us, just shows what we missed out on. But Eddie Howe didn't want of him because he had an attitude. Doesn't care if they have an attitude. Just bring them in. You're bringing them in for their skill, not their attitude. I mean, if he was a player that loved a red card, like Nicholas Jackson loved a red card, then it's not. If they're known for red cards, then yeah, okay, you don't want to bring them in. But when they've got skill like that, bring them in. Bring them in. Doesn't matter. If Man City failed to beat Gillingham at the 98-99 League One playoff, Sheikh Mansour would own Tottenham or even Newcastle. Instead, Man City. Paul Dickoff was saved home. I remember Paul Dickoff at Man City. I do remember players back then. Paolo One-Chop as well. I remember him. Costa Rican striker, if I remember rightly. I do remember him. It's making me think now. I do remember some decent players back then for City before getting the mega bucks. You know, you had Paolo One Chop. You had Robbie Fowler and Andy Cole at one point. You had you had I think it was a Korean or a Japanese right back. I can't remember his name. I do remember. I want to say Sunji Hai, but I think he played at Everton. I can't really remember his name. Your skipper was. Here we go again. I'm gonna. I want to say he was Irish. He was. I think it was like Richard O'Brien or something like that. No, that was fucking dude that done Crystal Maze, wasn't it? I can't remember his name either. You had some decent players. I'll say that. I do remember Paolo One Shot, Paul Dickoff, Fowler, Andy Cole, Joey Barton at the time, Micah Richards. You had, I think you had David Seaman for a short spell as well as Peter Schmeichel, Shay Given for a little while as well from us when you signed him for like, what, 8 million? Bargain for you back then. Apparently West Brom is known for Desi Pubs, which is Indian and British fusion if you Google it. Interesting. I used to like seeing Yeboah play for Leeds. Tony Yeboah? Tony Yeboah play for Leeds. He dribbled like was chasing a rugby ball, but damn, he could hit a shot. Evening, everyone. Just finished watching Pete's show. Evening, Will. Welcome in. Hope you're well. We're not long from wrapping up. You are really slow and thick accent. You're right there, mate. You're right there, mate. You going there the old tractor style, are you there? I drive my new combine harvester the other week down the road. Quick reminder, lads and lads, another show on Thursday, 8:30. Hit the thumbs up. And yep, do hit the thumbs up on the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell so you don't forget. And we'll be live on Thursday with Harry from Scarfy Spurs Talk, the Tottenham Hotspur channel. That's also on YouTube, obviously. We'll go through the match preview for the Spurs game. You missed the 2023-24 years when City became second English continental treble winners after Man United 99. City had won 5 trophies at one football year. I mean, you guys seem to want to win everything. If someone is budging you, Rob, just block the person by pressing on their messages and press block. I mean, true. Champions League 23, UEFA Super Cup 23, FA Cup 23, Premier League 22-23 season, FIFA Club World Cup 23. Every English fan would only dream about it at modern times. You know, I've always wanted Newcastle to win a trophy in my lifetime, and I thought we would never win a trophy in my lifetime. So as much as I would love to win all of those trophies, it was emotional. It was amazing for us to finally win a trophy, after 70 long years by winning the Carabao Cup. Yes, I know many say it's like the Mickey Mouse Cup. It's not an important cup, but to us, a cup's a cup. We finally won a cup, so we will enjoy that like thousands, 300,000 was it that turned up just for a Carabao Cup? Can you imagine that could be like double, if not triple that amount if we were to ever win the Premier League? So David Hopkinson reckons that we're going to win the league by 2030. I mean, possibly, but I don't think so. I don't think we're going to win the Premier League in, 4 years? Apparently, we're going to have a training ground ready by that time. So if that's built, then maybe we've built that ready for the Premier League win. I don't see it happening, but if we're going to get the money and United is going to be playing this like this and we build a very, very strong side, who knows what could happen? We'll find out as this season progresses how well we're going to be playing week in, week out, and where we're going to finish in the league. I have us to finish 8th. That's where I think we will finish. I think we will finish in a European spot. Had his eyes done. I'm his poor wife typing away tonight. He can't see messages properly. Hope he's okay, and feel free to call me Will. I think only Jay can ban or unban Ian. There is no mods. No mods in here, no. Like I said, I have no mods on my channel. Because basically I want to keep an eye on everybody, and if someone gets timed out or banned from just by saying something that I think's fine, then it's gonna just no. Everyone's got a right to their opinions, as I keep on saying. So unless I find it not good, then it's me that I'd be dealing with you. But as far as I will go is I will time you out. If you continue after that timeout and you've been warned, then I will ban you, and then that's when you won't be coming back. How many signings do you reckon we're going to get from now until the end of the window? Oh. Realistically, I want to say 3. Nico Gonzalez. Personally, I want a striker. I want someone who can actually finish. Wiss has done well against Liverpool, but he missed a couple of sitters. Asula potentially injured. Voltemada has a lot of confidence lost. So I'm hoping that he plays against West Brom and grabs a couple of goals to try and get some confidence back. I want to say another right winger. Because yes, Alanga done really well, but I have no faith in Jacob Murphy. So I think a right winger to rotate each other back and forth and give each other a run for their money as to who starts. So yeah, I'll say Nico Gonzalez, a striker and a right winger. I kind of do want that right winger, the Algerian kid from Feyenoord. As for striker, Omar Mamouche would have been decent enough, but that ain't going to happen. Just someone that can actually score and isn't old. Maybe we do actually need another midfielder as well. Central midfielder or an attacking midfielder. But realistically, I'll say 3 before the window shuts. We need more than that. Ideally, I'd say we currently still need 5. We need another left back, in all honesty. Yes, Dedic can play right and left back, but he's mainly a right back. We have no other left back in the team at the minute. Target went to Hull, and now we've sent our only other left back in Alex Murphy to the Bundesliga, the Bundesliga 2, who actually done a pretty decent assist during at the weekend, at the weekend. So we have no backup left back, and we all know when Dan Burn gets put left back, and it just does not work. But then we're not going to see Dan Burn until after the international break. So we do need another left back. We need a backup left back. So maybe Nico Gonzalez, a left back, and another midfielder, I think, would be the one that needs to definitely happen before the window shuts. I have to make do with what strikers we got in Willasula, Nick Faltamada, and Johan Visser for now, and hopefully bring in a striker and a right winger in January. But yeah, realistically, I want to say 3 players we need to bring in. We need 5 or 6, but realistically, 3 players come in, personally. Not much time left for signings, exactly. Meant mods in the chat can unban someone. Does not have to be the channel creator. Oh, okay, right. Okay, so mods can unban. We've got tickets in the ballot for this game. Nice. Nice. Yes, I know. Julie meant other channels with mods. All right. Shirky was good at Leon with Snake and Paqueta. Funny he didn't want him because of his attitude. Then his best mate's nickname was Mad Dog. Yeah. One shot. What a player he was. Yaya Toure. Paul Digoff used to live next door to my mate while he was at Arsenal. Alf Inga Haaland was a decent player until Roy Keane tried to kill him. Mika Richards was who burst onto the scene. Yes, Haaland's dad, didn't he? He played for Man City. I think. No, yeah, that was a disgusting tackle, completely unwarranted. Who remembers Michael Bust? Bad spelling, but horrific leg break ended his career. No, name doesn't ring a bell. The only leg break I remember was Eduardo for Arsenal when he got tackled and he's like shin bone popped out of his leg. I was like, nope. Nope. Name rings a bell. Doesn't ring a bell for me, to be perfectly honest. Also, Richards burst out of his shirt like Hulk Hogan. Seen that happen, Wacky. That was a real bad one that he played Sunday League in Midlands quite recently, did he? 1 year out then. Ian, welcome in. Hope you're well. Ian McKenna, a new person by the looks of it. I'll be back to this live stream in 4 years' time. I know it's gone on for quite a long time, isn't it? For a preview, I'm actually quite enjoying this for once. It was horrendous. Did not realize he still played. They haven't even submitted official planning permission for the training ground yet. Yet they submitted it next year, apparently. Your channel can get banned if the chat disobeys the terms of service. Yes, 100%. Where are we? That's what mods are for. Have you changed your mind about Alanga? I mean, if he can put in performances like he did against Liverpool, then I would have changed my mind. I will call him Alanga for now. No, for the entirety of last season, I just kept calling him Flop Langa because an absolute flop, same as Visser, just an absolute blind person that couldn't even hit the post, let alone hit the back of the net. Yeah, just constantly skyrocketing. Yeah, I think some of his balls from last season are still up orbiting the earth. But that performance against Liverpool took away the flop for now. Took away the flop for now. So it is Elanga. He did play a great game. I'll give him that. For me personally, I wouldn't have given the man of the match to Vista. I would have actually given it to Elanga. Again, both played really well. But I think Elanga did that little bit more, even though Vista got an assist. He missed a couple of sitters, so that probably put him down to maybe second place. But for me, Elanga would have been given the man of the match for me personally. Only 10 to 20% of Manchester City fans can remember who Paul Dickoff is, but for me, he also a legend for Man City, like Rodri, Haaland, Yaya Toure, Company, Kevin De Bruyne, Aguero, and David Silva. All fantastic players. I mean, I do remember Paul Dickoff. I remember him quite well. I mean, he was also, I want to say Blackburn as well. Blackburn? Did he play? Oh, Blackburn. I definitely want to say Blackburn. He played Blackburn as well, but I do remember him at Manchester City. You've also got a young lad joining next year when he turns 18, supposed to be a good Colombian or Ecuadorian. I think he, and hopefully Cordero loan is a good one too, and comes back better, fitter, stronger. Cordero, I definitely want to see more of. He never got a preseason with us last season. He never got a preseason with us this season. Both times he got sent straight out on loan. He's already done pretty decent this time round going out on loan. He got a couple of assists, and I believe he scored a goal as well from a free kick as well. So he's also a good, decent set piece taker. So if Yoaslu came in before Cordero was sent out, maybe we could have actually seen him a little more. But yes, I do know who you're on about there. I want to say he's Colombian, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I do remember. I do know who you want about. That was announced like last season. So he'll be. I've seen some clips of him, but if he is actually as decent as what the clips show, then he could be an interesting one for the future. Bet Paul Dickoff was Chipper's favourite player growing up. Low. I was just about saying about Eduardo's leg. I remember that so well. I can't remember who it was against, but I remember that leg break. I mean, even the replay when how stupid how stupid how the camera went zoomed in on that challenge, and you just see the shin just completely pop out of the skin. And I was like, oh, no, he would have been absolutely writhing in pain. I think he was like on oxygen being stretched off the pitch. And he came back. He still managed to play. He came back to the professional game. I want to say he went to. I think he went to I want to say America. And he carried on playing. He healed and carried on playing. That is just amazing how that happened. Newcastle can't win a game they won. Well, if we won it, then we can. But yeah, welcome in, Joe. Welcome. Hope you're well. Should have won that game 100%. I mean, I would have even said that we should have won that game 100%. I mean, joking aside, okay, we say it definitely wasn't a penalty and all of that, but twice, if not 3 times now, the time has actually gone past when the ref should have blown the whistle. 5 minutes was held up, at full time. Okay, 5 minutes was held up. Those 5 minutes were played. That ball was launched. That's when the ref should have blown that whistle. And then 96th minute comes into play. Then that penalty happened. That whistle should have been blown, in all honesty. It really should have been blown. Sorry, it was commentary player David Bust, not Michael. He had to have 22 operations. It was so bad they had to get buckets of water to wash blood off the pitch. Ouch. We got lucky, but Munoz did get fouled, though. Knee-to-knee contact, and he had the chance to go over, and he took that chance. But I can't tell Hall was really going for the ball. Yes, that's right. Wacky, it was David. I think Eduardo went back to Croatia. Not to play, not sure, not 100% sure. Yeah, but it's amazing how he actually came back and still managed to play the professional game. He'll win after, you know, the bone completely penetrated his skin and just came out. It's no, I can still picture it how that replay was zoomed in. It's not something you want the cameras to zoom in. Oh, hey, look at this. No, you don't do that. It's near enough as bad as, you know, when that horrible thing happened to Christian Eriksen and the cameras just go and zoom in on it instead of panning away. It's just so stupid. You don't do things like that. Hall really didn't have to try make that challenge as Barnes was covering. Like I said, ideally that full-time whistle should have been blown by that time, in all honesty. But yeah, we have been going for 2 hours and 12 minutes. I mean, VAR came up and said, you know, after about an hour or so, you're going to have 5 minutes extra time. And an hour later, we've taken the lead. We've squandered it. That guy there, remember that guy there, farted on that guy over there, and outside the newly rebuilt St James's Park. Yeah, I think we're going to call it there, guys. You know, it's now, 10:15 in the evening, and most of you guys have got to go to bed. You know, you got to get tucked in, read a bedtime story, have a hot glass of milk and all that stuff. But we'll call it for there tonight, guys. Don't forget, Thursday, we are back for the match preview for the Spurs game on Saturday. So Thursday at 8:30, we are going to be joined by Harry from Scarfy Spurs Talk. So come along, join that. Spurs fans and Newcastle fans and every fan, you know, everyone's welcome. Hit the thumbs. Oh, we'll put the doodah up. We'll put the doodah up. Where are we? There we go. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. You know, again, the scrolling bar's been going across all stream. You want to donate to myself or donate to the charity, the links are in the description down below. Hit notification bell so you don't miss any future videos from me in the future. If and when we beat West Brom on Wednesday, again, I'm going for a 3-0 win. Voltemada with 2 goals and Alaji Bamba with the 3rd goal. If and when we do beat West Brom, that's the team. Well, then, whenever the draw's being made, sod knows when the draw's being made, I'll probably do a short just to say who we've been paired up against, whether it be a home or away fixture. And then, yeah, other than that, we'll be back on Thursday, 8:30 for the Spurs preview. So, other than that, guys, thank you for an amazing stream. It's gone on for 2 hours, 15 minutes. And, you know, you guys are awesome. Thank you all for sticking around. And being quite chatty. I've enjoyed the chat. My mouth is completely dry as fuck. I definitely need a good drink. So I will bid you all a very good night. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Away the lads. And join me again on Thursday. Take care, everybody. I will catch you in the next one. To lose.